Biggest lessons I've learned from mountains, climbing mountains. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. As always, I tell you that if what you're looking for in life, in any area of your life, is change, growth, and excellence, then I am here. I'm your sister in the journey, and I am here just for you. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Turn on the notification bell, and let's go. Let's do this. So today, I want to speak about something that I have been doing. It's a hobby that I have been doing for, it became my hobby, I think, in 2015 or 2015. And I think it's given me something that has really given me fulfillment and made me look at the world in a whole different way and transformed the way I think about the world and life, and that is mountain climbing. I love hiking and I love the mountains. I love seeing the world from a vantage point. I love the bird's view perspective. I love the bird's viewpoint. I like to look at things from above and look at them when they are down there. Yeah. And I love the thrill. I love the thrill, and I love the adrenaline. I love it. So I love the mountains, and I have learned so many lessons. I have also taken many people to the mountains, going with teams and, taking them to challenge themselves, to see their resilient levels, and I think there are so many life lessons that you learn from the mountains. And you see, there are so many mountains in life to conquer. There are mountains within that we are conquering every day. I always say, you don't conquer a mountain, you conquer yourself. There are mountains within. There's fear within. There are things that we refuse to confront, from within. And when you hike and, conquer a physical mountain, then it gives you the inspiration and motivation to conquer any kind of mountain in life, So I think for me, this is such a good sport. If you like, you want to get out of yourself, step out of yourself, this is something I would really recommend you to look into, get into hiking, and sometimes just get out of the, hassles and bustles of the city or whatever it is that you live. Get out of that couch, get out of that comfort zone, and just go to the mountains, connect with nature, see the birds, and see just how the mountains, sit stable, firm, and established. You need to get that sense of things, establishment, firmness, and for you sometimes for you to be able to establish the same stability in every area of your life. So for me, I love the mountains, and these are some of the lessons that I have learned from climbing. And by the way, as I start, I'm doing this video on 12th of January. 12th of January. And on 8th, I climbed a mountain. I climbed Mount Kenya. Yay! Clap for me. Please give me some love on the comments. Yes. And I did that, and well, I didn't get to the highest point of Mount Kenya. Mount Kenya is the second highest mountain, the second biggest and highest mountain in Africa. And it stands at, I think the highest point is 5199 meters above sea level. But, I wasn't going there because that one is a technical climb. Like, you really need to really prepare. But I was going to Mount Ellis. To Lake Ellis. Lake Ellis is a mountain lake, which is about 55 meters above sea level. So that's where I was getting to. So from there, I could be able to see my goal. I could be able to see my goal, which is the Lenana Point. Mount Kenya has 3 main peaks. There is the Lenana. Lenana is where most people go, because it's a bit easier to climb. Then there is the Nelion Peak. And then there is the Batian Peak. The Batian Peak is the highest. It's the one that stands at 5199 meters above sea level, but it's very, very technical climb. You really need to be a professional in this. But for me, I'm looking at the Lenana Point. That's where most people go, and it's much safer here also, and you get to conquer the mountain. So, and I did that at the beginning of the year to just announce to my goals that, I'm game on and I'm coming for all of you. Just the same way I put Mount Kenya under my feet, I'll also put all of you, my goals, under my feet, by the time we are done with this year. Yeah, so, and I learned several lessons I want to share with us, so let's get into it. 1, there are things in life you cannot delegate. Nobody hikes for you, nobody climbs for you. Even if I love you so much, even if you love your wife so much, or you love your husband so much, or you love your children so much, and you're going to hike with them, they do it for themselves. They have to do it for themselves. There are things in life you don't delegate. And even when it comes to leadership, there are things as a leader you don't delegate. You have to do it yourself. It's a good thing to be able to delegate, things if you're a leader, but there are things you just won't delegate. And if you start delegating some of these things start to fall apart in whatever, in the vision you're building, in the company, organization, establishment that you're trying to build. Okay, so it's very important that you know that there are things in life you don't delegate, and you need to know these things. This was, I gotta do it myself. you know you have to do it yourself. You have to get on with it yourself. So no one hikes for you, no one climbs for you. Sometimes someone can be pushed here and there, but I don't know if you are the people who are carried. I don't know, but basically you have to take the steps yourself. Those painful steps, you have to take them yourself. And I mean, that's life. There are things you don't delegate, there are things you do yourself. And I always say, no one in life owes you success. Nobody owes you success. Nobody in life gives you everything you want, when you want it, how you want it. You make that situation happen for yourself. So it's when you have that understanding, by the way, then it's up to you. It's what you do. It's what you do that gets done. That you right now, your life is a total summation of your actions, inactions, decisions, indecisions, everything you have done, efforts, lack of effort. That's what making your life right now. So it's important that you know that. And I mean, I think for this one, for me, comes out so clearly. Everybody is doing it for themselves. Yeah. Number two, the higher you go, the smaller the world becomes. And of course, I mean, this is like, yeah, it's not like that profound, but yeah, the higher you go, the smaller the world becomes. And even the higher you rise in life, or the higher you go in life, there's some things that become small. This used to be an issue. It's not an issue anymore. And as I say, I love the bird's view, perspective, the bird's viewpoint, being able to look at the world from above. I love that, because then you're able to see very small, you see the world as a very small thing. So whatever it is that's disturbing me, challenging me, giving me sleepless nights, when you look at it from a certain vantage point, it's very small. It's very small, and you're able to go through it, and overcome whatever it is. So for me, I think that, and that's what I love. One of the other reasons that I also love to hike is because, is the view. Of course, it's a view. The view, being able to see very far, vision. It gives you a sense of vision, being able to see very far, and being able to see the beauty of the world, but also being able to see, oh, it's just that small. It's just that small. And Carl Sagan, one of my I love science. I mean I love astronomy, space science. I'm a space enthusiast and all that. And one of my one of my, will I say, mentors, or people I really admire in science, in the world of science and astronomy and astrophysics, is Carl Sagan. you know and he wrote a book about the pale blue dot, and he basically says, oh my god, I wish I can be able to show it, that what he said. Let me see if I can bring that out. Pale blue dot, pale blue dot. So the pale blue dot, basically, if you just go to Google and check out the pale blue dot, you'll be able to see, what Carl Sagan was saying. But basically, he was saying that, looking at the world, because they took a photo of the world, of the Earth, from, the Voyager, one of the Voyager space shuttles, that were exploring, They're exploring the universe away from the solar system, and they took a photo of the earth from very far, from a distance very far, from the earth, like over 1,000,000 kilometers, and they saw the earth look like a dot, like a little dot. It was a pale blue dot, and inside that pale blue dot is where you find everybody, every aspirations of human beings and the human race, you know. And for me, when you look at the world like that, you're even able to look at it. Oh, it's this small. Is this what I'm fighting for? Is this what I can't forgive? Is this what? And you're able to let some of these things go. Yeah. So please check out the Pale Blue Dot by Carl Sagan. Just see, you'll be able to see how the world looks from 1,000,000 kilometers or 2 kilometers, 2 million kilometers away, from Earth, and you realize, oh, it's so tiny. We are so tiny in the vastness of the space, in the cosmic sea. We are so tiny. And our star, the sun, is even so tiny. That's a vantage point you want to look at and say, oh my God, there's no need of all the chaos and all the fights. After all, we are just so small. We just need to love each other, yeah? Okay. The higher you go, the smaller the world becomes, yeah? Okay, and then number 3, I think I want to say this: move at your pace. There's no competition in life. That there should be no competition. You're hiking, you're climbing a mountain, that's when you start to see the first 1 hour. That's when you start to see how fit people are. This one was fit, this one was, they did, but they are moving at their pace. So you don't know the kind of preparation somebody has done for them to start the journey. So for you, if you have started the journey and you're still like not yet, because many people will start like, climbing, you have not been exercising, you have not been preparing, you have not, but anyway, you started the journey because you have big dreams, you have big goals that you want to accomplish. You really feel the mountains is a place for you, and you just start the journey. You'll find people who, they are used to these things, they are experienced hikers and climbers, and you don't want to compete with them, because when you do that, you just become bitter. You just start to see how inefficient, deficient you are, so you move at your pace. Move at your pace, no competition. And for me, I think that is key. That is key. Move at your pace. And because also, your body starts to communicate to you. Your body starts to give way, and you just have to, your body speaks to you. And for me, mountain climbing is something that you involve every area of your well-being. As a person, you have your emotional side. You get tired, you thinking, oh my God, why was I leaving the city? Why I came here to kill myself here in the mountains, or what, to just punish myself, or what? You involve your emotional wellness, your emotional side. You involve your mentors. You have to involve your mentors. You have to gather the mental strength even for you to keep going. So it involves your mental area, involve your physical area, physical fitness, involve your spiritual, area, because sometimes you even find yourself praying, God, just give me strength to just take one more step and another step, and to just get to the summit. It involves every area. Finances, it's also not cheap. Hiking, climbing it's not cheap. Sometimes you have to pay. So it involves like every area of your life. And sometimes, you don't, there are things you will push, and they just tell you, maybe it's your mentors, maybe it's your emotions, maybe it's your finances, maybe it's your physical fitness. Your body is telling you, no, 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 I can't take one more step. This is it. So don't compete with other people. Compete with you. If you must compete with yourself. Okay. And then let me say this. Number 4, teamwork. We know makes the dream work. As much as you can, hike as a team. I know sometimes we have the drive. Some of us, you just have the drive, and you just want to challenge yourself. You want to beat your last target, beat your last, whatever milestone or target that you had. You want to beat yourself. It's okay. But this African proverb that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with others. Find a hiking team. One of the things that makes many people not to hike is because or climb mountains, and yet they love, is because you don't have a hiking group or team. Sometimes you just need the motivation. And if you're a leader, you need you move with your team, work with a team, get a team that you can, as you go up, you need to have a team that you also work with, get, hike with, climb with those ladders, whether it's corporate ladders or it's business ladders, entrepreneurship ladders, or whatever thing that you have to climb. Get a team, inspire people and motivate them and bring them up to where you are, because you see, there's no success without a success, and you need to build these people, yeah, to get there. You need to get the successor. So teamwork makes the dream work. So I know for me, mostly the hikes that I've gone, I'm always on the alpha team. Unless, well, there are those that, I know I have brought people, maybe it's a team, like, because for us, I have a personal development academy, and at the end of the program, we usually engage a hike. We climb a mountain and we get some lessons from the mountains, and we have a lesson at the peak. We usually do that. When I know it's a team that I have brought, I always make sure that I remain behind as the sweeper. I know when to be in front, lead from the front, and know when to be behind and lead from behind. You have to be able to make sure that everybody makes it to the top. There's no competition. I want to be fast, I have to be fast. No. But sometimes I have to do sometimes I actually most times, if I don't have a team, it's just I'm just joined a hiking group, then I'm always on the alpha team. But the thing is that it's always good to mind the other person as well, and not to just walk and walk. You are just ahead there, leaving everybody behind. Sometimes it's just good to walk as a team. Sometimes in these mountains you find there are even animals and what have you. You break away from the team, you get attacked. Sometimes some of those cases have happened for lone hikers, lone climbers. Yeah. So it's always good, hike as a team. As much as you can, hike as a team. And then the last one I want to say here is persistence. Persistence. And I wrote a book called Simple Steps, Big Changes. And I say that, it is not the big things. We may not be able to do the big things to get the big things that you want, but we can all be able to make simple, small steps to get there. I hiked Mount Kenya, and I've hiked many other mountains in Kenya. Even outside Kenya, I've hiked in South Africa. I've, the Drunkens, the Drakensbergs, the Table Mountains. I've hiked mountains in Uganda. Well, at least I've done. I've hiked mountains in those three countries: Kenya, South Africa, and in Uganda. And I think for me, what really gets you to the top is really those small little steps. You make 1,000 of them, you make 10,000 of them, you make those little steps to get you to the top, and it is persistent. You have to be persistent. And hiking is, mountain climbing is not easy. You have to, you are tired, you are very tired, but you have to still keep going. You have to still keep going. And not everybody, by the way, gets to climb mountains, because it's not easy. It's not easy for everybody. It's you are getting out of your comfort zones. You are pushing yourself. It is not like a walk in the park, literally. It's really challenging yourself. And nobody gets to the mountains if you're not looking for more in life. That's why most people, they stay. It's hard, but I'll keep going. It's hard, but I'll keep going. I know sometimes you get even a stick to support yourself, but you keep going. You keep going. And, for me, that is persistence and the consistency, and that's what gets you to the top. That's what gets you to the top of the league, whichever league you are in. That's what gets you the prize. That's what gets you to the summit. What gets you to the top of your destiny. So for me, I think these are some key lessons that I have learned from the mountains. And I also want to say, when you get to the top, don't stay too long. Don't stay too long at the peak, because you need to be able to, there are people who say, success is lonely. Yeah. Success is very lonely. Well, it's very true. But the thing is, You don't stay at the top too long. You're looking down at everybody. Oh, where are they? I succeeded alone. And no, that's not leadership. When it comes to leadership, also speaking from a leadership point of view, there's no way you can be at the top alone if you're a leader, you know. You are just a hiker. If you're if you're a hiker, they can be, there alone. But if you're a leader, you cannot be at the top alone, because leadership, and as I'm saying, the success of any leader is being able to raise others and get successors. You need to go back and bring other people to the top. So don't stay at the top too long. Enjoy the view, get the experience, but go back and come with others so that they can also get to that level of success, get to that level. And for me, that is what success is all about when it comes to leadership. And I think this is some of the few lessons that I have learned in hiking. I know there are so many others, but I'll be bringing them as we go by. For now, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let me know where you hiked last. Let me know which other mountain you'd want us to do. I'll be doing very many hikes this year. Please let me know. Thank you so much.